So hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about theme park merchandise. So we have got a jam-packed video today. We're going to be doing some unboxings, we're going to be talking about merchandise, and I'm going to be showing you the merchandise that I've got in my studio at the moment. So if you do go on to like this video, please smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. So before I get on to the unboxing, because that's what I'm going to start with first, I want to give you a bit of background. So I really want to start collecting pin badges, and this unboxing will be the beginning of my collection. There are many different reasons why I want to start collecting pin badges. The main one is I want to start collecting pin badges for events that I've been to, also attractions that I have had the chance to ride, even past attractions such as Submission. Right, let's get into this unboxing. So here we are on the floor. I'm going to unbox or unbag, however you want to call it, what's inside of here. I've already opened two of these up just so I can see what is in them. So yeah, let's open her up. I'm going to have to be careful because there is some personal information inside this, unfortunately. Right, so here is the 2020 Thorpe Park map. I am, as I'm going to mention in the video, starting to collect a lot more maps from years that I have gone to certain theme parks, just because I feel like a park map is a great representation of the park when you went for that specific year, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But again, I'm going to talk more about that in a second. And also in this pack, whoa, hey, a pin badge. The Great Thorpe Park. I'm going to show you that there. Love this. So this is one of the old style Thorpe Park pin badges. I absolutely love the lettering on here and how that is designed. That is a great little pin badge. Right, on to the next thing. Right, so in this bag here, we should have 3 pin badges from the Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Here we go. Right. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Big Dipper one. Now on the website, I thought this looked really, really neat, and boy was I right. Looking at this in person, this is so detailed, and I love it. I love it to bits. So that's going to sit proudly in my brand new pin badge collection. Here is the Icon Rose Gold. I looked on the Blackpool Pleasure Beach website, and the Icon Rose Gold pin badge was really the only one that I felt represented the ride and its aesthetic really well, so I decided to go for the rose gold one as opposed to the silver or the gold one. And here is your 125th anniversary Blackpool Pleasure Beach pin badge, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love that one. That one will probably be worth a few pennies in a few years. So yeah, just have a good look at that. Right, let's put this off to the side and open the Alton Towers one. Right, so here we go with the Alton Towers package. I've not opened this one for a very good reason. This is a mystery pin badge collection. So what you do is you pay £15 and they send you 5 mystery pin badges. I paid for 10, so we'll see what is in here. Right, so I've got 2 packs of these. Just make sure that my address isn't on them. Yep, my address isn't on them, so that's absolutely fine. One of these is already open, so let's go ahead and put these out. I'm going to pull them out one by one. Right, so the first one is a Galactica one. That one's really nice. I love how it's got like the gems here. You can sort of see the gems, and then the Galactica logo is sort of in acrylics, which is fantastic. I like that one. There we go, pull that to the side. Let's pull out another random pin badge. The Runaway Mine Train. Got to give some love to the Runaway Mine Train. A great underrated ride at Alton Towers. Do I think it's going to stay there much longer? Probably not. But yeah, that is the Runaway Mine Train one. The next one is the Alton Towers 2020 winter badge. I didn't go to the 2020 winter event, but it's cool to have the pin badge. So that one's there. We've got an X Sector one. I love that logo. I love the X Sector logo. But yeah, that is the X Sector one. And this one was the Garden Lights Walk Twinkling Stars pin badge, which was the walkthrough event at the Alton Towers Christmas event. And I love how these, by the way, are on, like, apart from this one isn't, but they're all on like felt, which is great. I like the felt. Oh, I can see already an Alton Towers 2009 winter pin badge. I feel like they're getting rid of a lot of winter pin badges through these, so that one's a good one. Here is another X Sector pin badge. Here is a Scarefest 2020 pin badge. I'm actually really happy to have that one because I did go to Scarefest 2020, and in my opinion, it was one of the best Scarefest events that they had ever run. So, really happy to have that one. Here is a Merlin Magic Wand one. So if you didn't know, Merlin, who operates Alton Towers, Cheshunt Small Adventures, Thorpe Park, and a few other attractions across the UK, have a foundation called the Merlin Magic Wand Foundation. And basically, what this is a charity that gives terminally ill children or children with severe disabilities the opportunity to fulfill their dreams. So that is a good one to have. I really wish I had paid for that one myself, actually. Here's a pin badge of my favourite Scarefest attraction for Alton Towers 2020 Scarefest, and that is the Altonville Mantors. Great pin badge to have. And the last one is the Dungeons. I like that one. That one's quite cool. I've not been in the Dungeons myself, but I've heard a few reviews of it, and it's all right. I'll probably go in it next season if it isn't closed by then. But yeah, those are all the pin badges that I've got. So in summary, these are all the Alton Towers pin badges that I've got. I'm really happy with the pin badges that I've got. Again, these were all random. So when you purchase the mystery pin badge collection on the Alton Towers website, you just don't know what you're going to get. And it does look like, as I suspected, they got rid of a few pin badges that they couldn't sell, which is absolutely okay. I'm probably going to sell one of these X Sector ones on eBay or see if anybody else wants it. But again, I really do like the design on that. And I like the Merlin Magic Wand one, but my favourite of them all has probably got to be either the Galactica one or the Alton Towers Scarefest 2020 pin badge. But I do really like the Minotaurs one as well, to be honest with you. But yeah, that is all that I have had to unbox today, sorry. I hope you have enjoyed this portion of the video.
I don't know about you, but I reckon this is a great starting point for my pin badge collection. I've got a few very good ones in my opinion out of that unboxing. The Alton Towers mystery pin badge unboxing was a bit of a surprise. I knew that I was going to get at least one duplicate, and we did with the X Sector pin badge. But apart from that, we got a few really good pin badges. And I tell you one mistake that I made in that unboxing. I didn't check the packaging properly before I stopped filming. So when I stopped filming and I was about to throw the packaging away, I realised there was an extra pin badge in that set, and it is this one, the Runaway Mine Train pin badge. And I really do like that pin badge, and that is a great addition again to my starting collection. So you may have noticed that I ordered the Great Thorpe Park pin badge along with the map. That's because I want to start collecting maps to theme parks for years that I have been to. So for instance, my first year at Alton Towers was 2011, so I have ordered a 2011 map, and I've also ordered maps for years afterwards that have some kind of significance. So I've ordered the 2012 Scarefest map because that has details about the Sanctuary, and that is my favourite scare maze for Scarefest of all time. So I thought, you know what, because it has details about the Sanctuary on there, I want that map, so I ordered it. There are also a few other maps that I have ordered that are of significance to me. Unfortunately, I can't show those in this video because half of them haven't arrived yet.
but I will be sure to show them off on my Instagram, link in the description when they do arrive. So another thing that I want to start collecting as well as my maps is theme park clothing. So there was a brilliant Wickerman coat in the Towers trading shop last season that I really wanted to purchase. Unfortunately, it was £80. It did have annual pass discounts available, that's 20% off. But again, I just didn't have the money at the time to purchase that, unfortunately. But I probably will purchase that this year when I do get out there. It looked like a really good coat. Also, in the Towers trading shop, there was some really good t-shirts last year. I love the shirts in particular that had the Alton Towers logo embroidered onto the shirt itself, so I probably will look at those when I go to the Towers trading shop this year. So one of the bits of theme park merch that I want to try and get my hands on this year is a few more resins, because if you see behind me, I've only got a few at the moment, and the ones I have got are Blackpool Pleasure Beach and Alton Towers resins. So when I get myself out to Thorpe Park and Chessington World of Adventures, I definitely will try and get my hands on a few more resins. So before I show you everything in my collection, I want to talk about where you can purchase bits of theme park merchandise if you aren't in theme parks. So the first bit of merchandise I'm going to be talking about that you can purchase online is unofficial bits of merchandise. And as it says on the tin, these are bits of merchandise which aren't put out by parks. So you can purchase bits of unofficial theme park merchandise from places like Etsy. There's some great 3D printed roller coaster models on Etsy. Also, as you can see behind me, I've got a few Lego roller coaster models. They were from Etsy as well. They were from Brick the Kicker. There is a link down in the description to his Etsy store because he's absolutely fantastic. He's really talented and he designs all of these Lego models. There's also another Etsy store which I'm going to recommend as well, and that is Coaster Prints Co. He does black and white coaster prints for various different roller coasters. So it's not just these ones which you see here. He's got a wide selection, so definitely go down in the description and check him out as well. So you can also purchase unofficial merchandise off of places like eBay, but I'd really be careful with eBay just because there is a lot of counterfeit merchandise on eBay. So there are a lot of copies of say for instance t-shirts which theme parks have put out. I would definitely buy directly from the theme parks rather than a third-party eBay seller who is replicating these items, because you're going to get better quality and you are supporting the parks. Now moving on to official bits of merchandise then. So where can you purchase bits of merchandise if you aren't in theme parks? Well, all of the major theme parks have great merchandise stores. They may not have every bit of clothing or every item that they sell in the physical stores on these online stores, but they do have a great selection of merchandise. So I know, for instance, that Blackpool Pleasure Beach has a fantastic online store. You can buy everything that they've got in their physical stores plus more. You can also buy ride parts as well, so I'd definitely check out that store online. They also have special items as well. So recently they had an item on the Blackpool Pleasure Beach merchandise website that you could purchase, and that would allow you to have your own brick in commemoration for the 125 years of Blackpool Pleasure Beach event, which is happening this year. Again, if you go onto the official theme park website, they usually have a link to their merch stores. If you can't find a link to the merchandise stores on the official theme park website, then definitely search in Google, for example, the park's name and merchandise, and it should be one of the top results. So guys, this wouldn't be a merchandise video if I didn't show you everything that I have in my collection at the moment. So I'm going to take you off the tripod and I'm going to show you everything now. Right, so here we are. This is pretty much all of my merchandise at the moment. I'm going to go through everything one by one just to show you. First, we have got my Dare to Ride Icon poster. These were given out at the launch of Icon, also to help promote the ride before the ride was launched. I bought this on eBay because I wasn't lucky enough to actually get out to Icon at its launch, but I've put that in a frame just because these are kind of hard to find now, and I wanted to keep that poster nice for future reference. I'm not planning on selling that or anything, by the way. I just want to keep it nice.
Moving over then to the right, we have got my Wickerman wood. This is actually service wood because if you look, little hairline cracks in the back, so that proves that that has been on the ride. Because if you didn't know, when a wooden roller coaster gets hairline cracks in the wood, they start replacing it, and that is one of the parts that of the structure for the Wickerman. Here, falling over onto the stealth model, we have my Thorpe Park 2012 map. I'm actually going to lay that down. That is going in a folder with the rest of my maps when I get more. As I mentioned, and I'll show you in a second, I am trying to get more maps, so I'm going to put that in a folder when the rest of my maps arrive. Here we've got my Wickerman resin. This resin was actually from the launch of the Wickerman roller coaster. They haven't changed the design during the Wickerman's life yet, but I'm sure we are due for a redesign, so be sure to purchase the new one when that gets redesigned. Here we have one of Brick Kicker's Etsy store Lego models. Again, you have to buy the bricks yourself if you do purchase one of these Lego models, but they look fantastic and that sits proudly in my collection. Next, we have a Alton Towers money box. This hasn't got any money in it, I'm afraid, but and it's rather dirty actually. I need to get on dusting that. But these are kind of rare. These were only available for a few years, and yeah, they are quite a nice item to have. So that sits proudly on my shelf as well. Next, we have my Big One resin. I bought that off of the Blackpool Pleasure Beach website, which is fantastic. Here is my up-stop wheel for the Big Dipper. I did a video where I actually restored the up-stop wheel for the Big Dipper, so if you want to go watch that video, you can find that on my channel. Here is my pride and joy. This is my Icon replica 3D model. This was something that Jenna bought me as a Christmas present, and I'm so thankful for it. I honestly look at this every day. I absolutely love this model. I love it to bits. It's so detailed, and again, there is a video on my channel detailing that. Here are my two Coaster Print Co. prints. Again, these don't come with the frames themselves, but I did buy these frames. I think that one was from Asda, and I think that one was from the range here in the UK. But these are awesome high quality prints, so if you fancy getting one, again, I've linked him down in the description as I've mentioned. Here are my, here are some of my resins, sorry. You'll notice that I have two Revolution resins. That's because one came smashed in the post, but I managed to glue that back together with some super glue, and it looks quite nice still, so I decided to put that in my collection. So yeah, that's there. I'll find something to do with that eventually. Here's my Icon resin. I got that in my day 1 and day 2 vlog with Oakley Dokley. Here's my Nemesis resin. I really like this resin, honestly. It's such a good looking resin, and it sits proudly in my collection. Here's my Oblivion resin. Really like that one. Love this 13 one. I think that looks great. Here's my Smiler one, and here is my Smiler Lego model. Again, there is a video that did quite well actually on my channel if you want to watch that being built. The same for the stealth model actually. In fact, if you want to buy one of these models, I recommend watching that stealth video, because I go into detail about how to buy the parts and what you get if you do purchase one of these models. So this has been my merchandise collection. I've got one more piece of merchandise to show you, so I'll get down on the floor now and show that to you. So I lied, I actually have two items of merchandise down here that I want to show you. The first one is this Alton Towers 2018 map. I didn't actually go to Alton Towers in 2018, but I wanted this map just as a memento to the opening of the Wickerman, as it has details about the roller coaster inside of it. And again, it's going to be a good thing to have in a few years, looking back to the opening of that ride. To the main addition though, we have this Alton Alton Towers Monopoly set. This was actually bought as a Secret Santa present from my friend Tyron. A massive thank you to you. I wasn't expecting to get this at all, let alone as a Secret Santa present. So it was a really nice surprise when I actually did open this up and get my hands on it. I absolutely love this set. I've only played Monopoly once, and that was with this Monopoly set, but when I played the game, I really did like it. I'm going to show you the board just because it is quite detailed. Here we go. So here it is. Here is all the different properties that you can buy. As you can see, instead of properties, they're roller coasters and all the various attractions, Alton Towers. You can see there. So it's all good stuff really, and I love the design of this board. This board is really well designed, and I do really like it. And hopefully when we get to see people again, I will get to play a lot more Monopoly using this Monopoly set. And again, a massive thank you to my friend Tyron. Right, I'll see you back at the studio.
Right, so I think you'll agree with me when I say that I've got a right collection on the go. All of this stuff has been accumulated over time. Things like the 2012 Thorpe Park map I have had for ages, since 2012. And some stuff I've only got in the past year or so, like my Wickerman wood or most of my resins. So guys, if you have any questions about any of the items that I've shown in my video today, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to link you to wherever you can buy them online. We have reached the end of the video, so if you have liked it, please smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. So guys, I have been Ryan from iCoaster, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.